you know, you're so small, so they should rise and everybody stand on the other side. I guess now I'm really tall. 1919, that was news to me. I thought I was the oldest person in public radio. I've been there the longest. Thank you all very much for having me. I want to add my voice to those thanking Charlotte and Esla for being here, for supporting the university, for supporting the journalism here, and thank all of you for inviting me. And I guess I'll get a chance to thank you for the award, because that's good. That's yet to come. But I'm in great company with the previous honorees. I mean, last year's, I think it was last year's, Jim Amos of the Times-Picayune had lots of stories to tell about the hurricane in New Orleans. Bob Schieffer, Helen Thomas, David Broder. I'm almost half shocked I'm standing here, but I'm very thrilled to be here. When, you know, the subject was, in a sense, you know, I was asked to speak in a sense on the subject, but it was an easy move for me because my entire career, more or less, has been devoted to telling untold stories. And I say career in a sense because so much of it at the beginning with public radio, nobody would have ever thought of it in terms of a career, including my parents and all my relatives. So, not my parents, but many of my other relatives were asking me when I was going to get a real job. Back in the 80s, when I started freelancing for NPR, I will say this, the nature of reporting at NPR is very much shaped by the medium, and the medium is about telling stories. It is, thank goodness, it's also about straightforward journalism, but in order to grab a listener, you have to, and keep them listening, you really have to have, you have to craft a piece or a story and think about that while you're doing it at the beginning, a middle, and an end. It's obviously not true for print journalism. Print journalism, classic print journalism, what, pyramid, upside-down pyramid. You might have some wonderful thing to say at the top, but you better put it at the top, because when it goes through the editing process, the whole last chunk could very well be cut off. Well, they obviously can't do that with us, because they can't cut us, they can't make us say different things. And also because the medium is about voices, we will be out there getting stories from people, but our stories are always beginning, middle, and end. And the best of them I always used to try for this, to save something really good for them. Because you want to, one, keep them to the next story, but really you want them to, in a sense, to go away from you and your tale, thinking about it.